Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming world premiere production at TKM Theatrical Productions of Fruitcakes. Playwright Jonesy McElroy is here. Jonesy, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Adam Moore. Adam, welcome back. Because Adam has changed his look a little bit since the last time he was on the Culture Crawl, so I didn't recognize you at first, but glad to have you back.
Great to be back. Thank you.
And Jody Moore. Jody, welcome.
Hi. It's good to be here.
For those watching on the video, Jody is the most festive gingerbread man sweater vest I have ever seen. That's awesome. So thank you for bringing a little seasonal color.
That's right.
So this is Jonesy. So you've been on the show a couple of times talking about the the mini. We call it a mini series.
Yeah, it was a little mini series called Stages that we did last year.
You have, but now you've got this new work, Fruitcakes.
It's new. It's not totally new.
Yeah.
I mean, I started writing this probably 5 years ago. I think physically writing it. And then I was trying to track back the seeds of when it began, which would have been probably like 20 years ago.
Okay.
Is when I had the first couple ideas for it. But, you know, things don't develop right away, and you take time to write it. So.
Well, tell me about that early genesis. Let's start there.
Well, so I studied theater at UNI, but then I transferred to University of Iowa, and I worked for UITV, and I worked for the Iowa City Public Library. And between my access to the University of Iowa Library and the Iowa City Public Library, I had a tremendous wealth of movies at my disposal. And I saw this French movie that takes place on Christmas Eve, and it's about a guy in a call center who is just so lonely, he starts inviting all these crazy people over to his call center, and they have a wacky Christmas Eve. And I just thought it was always a lovely idea that nobody's really done anything like that before. And it's French, so the French always do really wacky stuff. And that was where the seed of it began. But it sat on the shelf for probably 15 years. And then I think during the pandemic was when that period, that year, that everybody kind of had off, where I was like writing things out, and I was like, let's come up with this, let's develop this idea. And that's when I started writing it. So that's probably 5 years ago. And then it's taken probably 3 or 4 different versions to get to the version that we're at today.
Like it always does. Yeah. Adam and Jody, tell me about your characters.
I kind of play that main role of the guy who kind of runs the call center.
You're Jake from State Farm.
Maybe not quite, but he kind of runs that call center. Has some employees that it's Christmas Eve, and he's faced with a few challenges. A chance that he may be evicted from the one-bedroom apartment that he started at for this company, and just hilarity kind of ensues throughout the day. His coworkers are facing their own challenges. It's the holiday time, so everybody's got their own things they need to do. So it's kind of a concoction of a whole bunch of things just kind of go from bad to worse.
And Jody, my understanding is that we can't talk too much about your character because of spoilers.
That's right.
So thanks, Deb and Tom, first of all, for sending me someone to interview who can't talk to me.
Well, I just can't get too deep into it, but I play Gregor, and I call in to Adam's call line, crisis hotline, and I've got a crisis, and I'm just kind of looking for a place to hang out this Christmas Eve. I don't have anyone at home, and I just need people. A warm place and people. And
if call center is where you can go to hang out?
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's where I go.
Yeah. So this call center, when we think of call centers, we think of people from all over the country, but your mechanism must be that this is a organization where people can get there.
Yeah, it's a small failing business.
Okay.
And they're just struggling, they're not doing great, and they're out of money. And then they find out on Christmas Eve that the landlord is going to evict them by midnight, and they need to figure out how to come up with this money, what they're going to do. And he's got a lot of stresses that are just sort of keep things spinning forward. Going, what are we going to do to save things on Christmas Eve?
So since this is something this is first production, and has it, as you've watched the show come together? Have you tweaked anything, or is it pretty much on the page and set and ready to go?
It started out very much on the page, but as all productions, you have to sort of change things as they progress, and you find out where people's humor is, and you find out where the emotions are and things like that. And so it's changed a little bit, not a lot. I mean, we've really stuck to the script, the original script, but I even changed the script when I started rewriting it earlier this year. When Deb and Tom and I had talked about doing this production, I dusted it off and I went, oh, this is a huge story, and how we've got to fit it into a 2-hour block. I've got to trim some things off. So it's already changed from earlier versions, and now it's a more streamlined version, and it's a lot more fun.
Well, it's tightening things up always helps.
Yes.
They say to writers, kill your darlings. So
So you have to.
I'm sure there were a couple of scenes you really loved, but you had to go, oh, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, just they weren't necessary. They don't further the plot, and it's extra stuff. So it was probably like a 3-hour show if I would have kept everything in, but I can cut off about an hour of it.
Adam, Jody, you're probably happy from that perspective, just so you don't have to have so many lines.
Oh no, we still have plenty of lines.
Adam, let me start with you. So, is there a difference in doing a brand new show like this rather than one that's been around for a while, especially when the playwright is in the room listening to you say his words?
That makes it more interesting, because when you work with the playwright, you do have that kind of that ability to get inside their head, and a lot of times as actors we question all the little things here and there, and then to actually be able to work with the writer and say, what exactly do you mean right here? That brings a different kind of element. And I think a lot of our actors really take advantage of that.
Jody, same question.
I really enjoy it. All of my work with Deb and Tom has been with original pieces with the writer involved. And so I really enjoy having Jonesy here. Like, okay, so if I have a question about the character, I don't have to figure it out on my own.
You don't have to guess.
The source over here.
Don't have to go to Wikipedia.
Right, right.
YouTube.
Yeah, right. He's sitting right there. So, Jonesy, as you watch this come together live for the very first time, what do you think?
It's exciting, and I've got an awesome cast. I can't be happier with the cast that we've got. I mean, honestly, they've made it so much fun. They're willing to explore these characters and find all the different avenues. I think it's every single rehearsal that somebody tries something different. I go, I didn't think of that, and it's really funny. So we've developed our own unique little show that was a little outside of the bounds of the one that I had written, which is really wonderful.
Do you think if you take another pass at this, you'll incorporate some of the things you've learned from
Absolutely.
this?
I think there are avenues that were discovered because of the cast that I didn't really think of before, and they add to the show, and they make it a lot better, richer, and fuller.
Will there be a Fruitcakes 2? Are we looking at the next Nonsense
I don't know.
IP universe?
I do have some ideas for a second one.
Oh, nice.
And it's definitely percolating since we've had this cast and we've been putting this production together. So I do have an idea for a second one, but I don't know about a third one. I'd have to get through the second one to see if there's room for a third one. But
Job security.
Yeah.
The show is Fruitcakes, going up December 5th and running through the 14th, 2 weekends at the Amana Center for the Performing Arts with TKM Productions. Tickets, what is it? It's TKM Theatrical Productions.
That's right. TKM Theatrical Productions. You can get tickets there. Or you can punch it into your web browser and find us. And,
right there.
Yep.
There's a really good Facebook page as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, this sounds just like a blast. Jonesy, congratulations on seeing another one of your visions come to life.
Thank you.
Adam and the mysterious Jody.
That's right.
We'll be anxious to see this for the very first time when it comes to light over a couple of weekends. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks,
you.
Dennis.
You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.